You wake up before sunrise, and the first thing you notice is your own skin, not your phone, not an alarm, not the soft glow of a bathroom light, just skin, cold air on your arms, smoke trapped in your hair, dirt under your nails, the sour smell of yesterday's sweat mixed with damp animal hide, crushed grass, old fire, and other people sleeping close enough to keep warm. There is no shower waiting for you, no soap, no toothpaste, no deodorant, no clean shirt that smells like artificial lavender. There is only water if you can reach it, ash if the fire left enough, plants if you know which ones help, and a small group of humans facing the same ancient problem. So how did ancient humans stay clean before modern hygiene existed? The answer is not that they were perfectly clean. They were not. But it is also not that they were helpless, filthy creatures stumbling through history like confused piles of mud. They were observant. And in their world, observation was survival. To understand ancient cleanliness, you have to forget the modern bathroom. Today, clean often means smelling fresh. Ancient clean meant something more serious. Is this water safe? Is this meat rotten? Is this wound getting worse? Is waste too close to where we sleep? Are insects taking over the bedding? Your nose was not just a nose. It was a warning system attached to your face. Start with the mouth. Ancient humans had no plastic toothbrushes, no mint toothpaste, no floss, and no electric brush buzzing angrily after 30 seconds. But they were not doing nothing. People could use fibrous sticks, chewing one end until it frayed, then scraping the teeth with the softened fibers. A stick sounds primitive until you remember that a toothbrush is also basically a stick that got promoted. The bigger dental surprise came later. Many hunter-gatherers ate tough, varied foods from the landscape. Then farming changed the menu. Grain became common. Soft starches became common. Bread became common. Civilization rose, and cavities found a better buffet. So ancient teeth were not always worse because people were dirtier. Often, the food was different, now moved to the skin. Fresh sweat is mostly water and salt. Much of body odor appears when bacteria on the skin break down compounds in sweat. Add heat, walking, smoke, animal hides, rain, dust, and days without modern soap. And yes, ancient people probably smelled much stronger than you do. But stronger does not always mean dirty. A person returning to camp might smell like smoke, earth, fat, wet leather, plants, and effort. To us, that could feel overwhelming. To the group, it might mean someone worked, someone found food, someone came back alive. One of the oldest human smells may have been fire. Fire was not a weekend camping hobby. Fire was heat, light, cooking, protection, and social life. Sit near it every day, and smoke enters everything. Hair, skin, tools, hides, bedding, food, and shelter. To a modern nose, that is a camping trip that never ends. To an ancient person, smoke may have smelled like safety. But clothing made the story more complicated. A hide cloak could protect the body from cold and wind, but it also trapped smell. Sweat, smoke, body oil, rain, dirt, and food could stay in the material. After days of use, that cloak probably developed a personality. And here, science gives us a strange clue: lice. Body lice live in clothing. They hide in seams and lay eggs there. Because of that, scientists can use body lice as indirect evidence for when humans began wearing clothing regularly. The first clothes rarely survive, but parasites kept a tiny record. Sleeping was another challenge. You might imagine ancient people collapsing directly into random dirt, but archaeology suggests something more careful. At Sabudu Cave in South Africa, researchers found evidence of plant bedding from around 77,000 years ago. Some bedding included sedges and aromatic plants. Ash may also have helped reduce insects. This was not a mattress store, but it was a plan. People were choosing materials, managing pests, and making sleep safer. That matters because sleep is not a luxury. A tired body hunts badly, gathers badly, heals badly, and watches for danger badly. Ancient hygiene was not about looking polished. It was about keeping the body useful. Hair was also part of survival. Ancient humans had no shampoo, but hair could be tied, cut, combed, rinsed, scraped, braided, or picked through. Someone could check your scalp for insects. Someone could notice a wound you could not see. Modern hygiene is private. For much of human history, cleanliness may have been social. And then there is waste. Ancient humans went outside. Simple enough. But where outside mattered. Waste near food, water, sleeping areas, or paths could become dangerous. You do not need germ theory to understand that. You need a nose, memory, and maybe one very bad week. Small mobile groups had one major advantage over later crowded settlements: distance. If a camp became dirty, insect-filled, or unsafe, people could move. A dense city cannot simply stand up and walk away because the street smells terrible. So were ancient humans clean? Not by modern standards. They likely smelled smokier, earthier, saltier, more animal, more human. Their clothes held history. Their hair held fire. Their hands carried work. But were they doing nothing? No. They used water, ash, sand, plants, fire, sunlight, distance, grooming, and attention. They noticed which water smelled wrong, which bedding attracted insects, which wound was changing, which food was rotting, and which place had become unsafe. And here is the uncomfortable twist. If an ancient human could smell you, they might think you were the strange one. You smell like mint, laundry, perfume, deodorant, plastic packaging, hand sanitizer, and synthetic flowers that do not exist in any forest. To us, that smells clean. To them, it might smell like a chemical storm wearing pants. Clean is not just biology. Clean is culture. For most of human history, the body was not separated from the world. It carried smoke, weather, soil, food, work, fear, and family. Ancient hygiene was not about becoming spotless. It was about staying alive long enough to wake up again, feel cold air on your skin, smell the fire in your hair, and know that your people were still breathing nearby.